Hello, Christina Rizzo. Thanks for tuning into this video, and I hope you all are doing well during these frigid temperatures, wherever you may be. Some places may be warmer than others, but we are kept hostage here in Texas until further notice. If you hear noise in the background, of course, due to the weather, that is my heater going off and on. So I apologize for that. I can control it, but then it'll begin to get cold in here within 5 minutes. So I turned the volume up to as much capacity as I could. So hopefully you all could hear me and adjust the volume on your end when you hear this video or podcast when need be. So you all know what's going around, and I really wasn't gonna do a video on this because police cases like this, two things happen. People tend to jump to conclusions a bit too soon because they clearly don't understand the responsibilities of a police officer. And secondly, of course, due to jumping into conclusions so early, we don't know the full footage. So I finally got access. Excuse me. My nose always tends to itch when I'm trying to tell the truth here. Now that we have the truth of the video of what really happened, I'll leave the link in the description box, and you can leave your opinions below. If I hadn't said so already, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video and share it with your friends. So I'm not going into the video. You can see that for yourself, but it's usually the same case. I don't agree with the excessive force. Don't get me wrong. But people tend to put themselves in these situations. I know this sounds easier said than done when you don't comply. Do you honestly think this young man, Tyreek Nichols or Tyree, wherever you pronounce his name, okay, typical urban guy in a chocolate city like Memphis. You had this squad of 5 guys called Scorpion Unit. And there's an acronym to it. I didn't catch all the letters, what it really means, but the last O and N, our neighborhood. So that tells you, and I believe the S in the beginning means squad. So this being a black unit, police chief is black. Like another city that's like that is Baltimore, where I believe Dallas is another one that has a black police chief. And I don't know what it is about these urban areas that assume that because you're of the same race that you're not supposed to obey the law. Police tells you to stop despite of race. That's cop still has a job to do. You should stop. He made it worse on himself. His biggest mistake was running. He would say he ran for his life. He turning you'll see it in the video, yelling that he's on the ground. Yeah, he's on the ground, but you'll notice they're trying to force his arm, and this is usually how. Usually the arms are like this. You're supposed to be completely back, your face on the ground, and you shut your mouth. They cuff you, pick you up, put you in the squad car, and this man may have still been alive. Am I saying the police is 100% right? Absolutely not. Yes, it was excessive. They did what they had. They did the tasing. When he wouldn't comply, they doing force. Yes, it was a bit too obsessive. No, they shouldn't have stood him up again and started punching at him. But And if you have a temper like that and need a profession, perhaps you shouldn't be in that profession. I do understand on the cops end, when you run from them, you make the situation worse. It's like running from a dog. You shouldn't run from dogs, okay? You run from a police officer, not comparing them to dogs, so I won't get myself flagged out there. But I'm comparing situations here, not humans to pets. You don't run from them because you make the situation work, and that makes them angrier. Number one, they're trying to get home, trying to survive for the day. They don't know where you're going, especially at night, and it's not a well lit area. They don't know if you're running to join somebody. They don't know if you're running to get a weapon to come after them with it. It's a number of reasons, I'm assuming, because I'm not in the cop's head, why they would get agitated when you run from them. And as usual, it's a similar case, and people do not learn over and over and over and over and over again to do what the cops ask. There's usually a reason they pull you over. And they tell you, hand them your license, your proof of insurance, your proof of registration. They run it. If you're clean, they give you your documents back. Have a nice night. Now, if they do give you a hard time and assume that let's say they assume you have drugs, or if you been consuming too much alcohol, you're innocent of that, then get their badge number, but still do not try to fight them, okay? Some people will say, oh, we got to fight for our lives if it's the case. Um, if it's excessive force and they just start becoming, if I'm in that situation, I'll just protect my head and get their badge numbers, especially their tags, and not anything, or at least a name on their tags. And they have video cameras on their uniforms too, so that'll be out, and take it to court. I mean, and hopefully I'm not dead, you know. But that's usually not the average day of a police officer that's just looking out to beat up people. Just like a doctor doesn't want everybody to die, or a teacher doesn't intentionally fail people. Okay, that's not usually. There's and people don't look at it this way because you wouldn't want anybody to judge you by your profession. Even I don't care if you're a bartender, I don't care if you're a server, whether you're a pilot, whether you're uh, a garbage collector. You wouldn't want anyone to judge your profession as everyone in this profession is like this. So therefore, watch out for those people. Same with people, whether it's a different class or a different race or a different gender. Okay, you wouldn't want people to judge you. So it's unfair to do that. But the way I looked at it, it's just simply the man made the situation worse on himself, and I believe the man would have still been alive. But that's all I have to say about that. And I support we do need law enforcement, whether you like it or not. Okay, especially in these urban areas. If you're really that concerned, fortunately, in my state, in the state I live, I can legally carry a firearm. Um, I'm in a small town. When times do get bad, uh, yeah, I will consider that. But right now, I do have a weapon on me. But it's just a hassle, and I am in the Legal Defense Club. I do support the RNA, the NRA, excuse me. Um, but the hassle of actually shooting someone, it's a lot. I mean, look at like people like Brother Rittenhouse and Zimmerman. These people had to use their firearms for self defense. and look at what they had to go through. So it's just the whole hassle of the whole thing. But I know eventually I will need one to protect myself. Now, uh, don't get any ideas. And I know people don't like my content. So I am protected, believe it or not. And as you've seen in my previous videos, I do strongly support the Second Amendment. So by the grace of God, and the power of the Holy Spirit, I'm okay. Christina of Red Soul, pray for our nation, pray for our brothers and sisters under the persecuted church. And as I've usually said, may the Lord bless you, keep you, and his grace shine upon you. And I talk to you as soon as God wills it.